You're watching News 4 Today.
Welcome back. More and more people are using social media to gather information about their health care. They're also using things like Facebook and Twitter to tell the world about their issues. Bradley Shear, who specializes in cyber and social media law, joins us this morning with why that may not be such a good idea. Good morning, Bradley. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Angie. Thanks for having me.
And we're talking about this off the heels of a senator who recently took to Twitter to talk about her weight loss. And you're advising this might not be the best idea.
Exactly. I would not recommend anyone discussing their personal health care issues, whether it's their physical ailments or emotional ailments, online, because you just don't know who's watching and who's listening and who's taking a look at the data and how they're going to use it.
Because Senator Claire McCaskill, who actually credited Twitter for helping her lose that 50 pounds within 5 months, got very personal online. And what is the reason why sharing that type of information is bad?
Well, because you just don't know exactly how the information is going to be used, because insurance companies right now, they're using the information right now to look for fraud issues. However, what they could be doing down the line is using that information to rate you for underwriting purposes. So therefore, anything that discusses your health, I would advise against putting that down online.
Because you always see, I mean, just looking at my Twitter feed or my Facebook feed alone, I often see people saying, I'm sick, I'm this and that, I'm depressed. And those are certainly things that you don't want to put on there, and then upload pictures that could contradict that, because there's been cases in the past where that's come back to bite individuals.
Exactly. Plus, in general, most of the content you put up is going to be also discoverable in case of a lawsuit. So it's definitely advisable not to let anyone know your exact information as far as your health care goes, because you just don't know exactly how that information is going to be utilized down the road.
When we talk about security, do you think that a lot of people just assume that it's their own page and it's their own privacy? What in fact could be dangerous about that? We know that Facebook is ever changing when it comes to how they're setting up their pages and they're doing their security features.
Exactly. Their terms of service constantly change, and you just don't know exactly who else is utilizing the data, because people download a lot of different applications and you just don't know exactly who else is getting a hold of the information that's on the applications.
When we talk about the don'ts, is it okay? It seems like it's harmless to say, I'm sick. You say you're sick, you're eating chicken noodle soup. But there are some don'ts that you point out that you should not put online. What are some of those? Exactly.
Avoid discussing your personal, physical, or emotional status. For example, females of a certain age, if you post up online that, for example, you're nauseous. Well, if you say you're nauseous for approximately several days or a week, that could indicate you're possibly pregnant. Also, don't talk about the non-public health status of your Facebook friends. It could possibly lead to an invasion of privacy situation and possibly a lawsuit. Also, don't discuss your medical, the types of drugs that you're taking or medication, because that could also indicate what type of health care issues you have. And if you're a healthcare professional, definitely do not discuss your patients and discuss what type of medications that they're taking.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. Bradley Shear, thank you so much for some insightful information for those of us taken to the web.
Thank you, Angie.
We'll send it over to John and Chuck.